Alright guys, so before we get started, I gotta show you my cat. She is looking out right now. She's keeping a lookout. She's my security. Alright, let's get started. Hey guys, so today I decided to do another reading on Live in Grace, Walk in Love by Bob Goff. But I decided maybe I'm gonna just start uploading them to my YouTube. I'm gonna make it still be as raw as possible and organic as possible. You know, I just kind of want to read to you guys, and just kind of send you guys a cool link, just in, you know, if you want to check it out, type stuff. I don't want you to be like obligated to watch. Also, I kind of want to set the mood up a little bit more and just kind of, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'll just show you guys. So, I got my coffee, I got my little crystals, and a candle, and, also, this is my bookmark. I like to use, like, money from different countries, or just, like, $2 bills, or something that's just, like, a little bit more rare to find as a bookmark. So I just put this on today. I need to flatten it out. It's gonna flatten out while it's in the book. Okay, so let's get started. So today we are on day 150. And it is, the first quote says, "Fear and hope only have the power we give them in our lives." And then the quote from the Bible is, "Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." And that is from Joshua 1:9. Someone once said, "Attitude is the difference between an adventure and an ordeal. So change your attitude and have a better life, right?" If you're like me, you're thinking, right, easier said than done. Consider this. We can control our attitudes by choosing where we put our hope. If you're the kind of person that sees everything as an ordeal instead of an adventure, what you need is a big dose of hope. Hope and trust always travel together. Hoping without trust is just a wish. When my son Adam was learning to fly our plane and I'd give him the controls in the co-pilot seat, you bet that I was wondering if this would end up being an ordeal or an adventure. I knew he was a trustworthy guy and a great pilot, so instead of just hoping, I had my parachute handy. I leaned over, then said to Adam, "You got this." When you're standing between an ordeal or an adventure, find someone you trust to go with you and choose hope along the way. Hope can turn into a crisis. Hope can turn a crisis into a chance to grow. It can change a heated argument into an opportunity for deep connection. When we approach our days with hope, we loosen our white-knuckled grip and see something beautiful on the other side. We can turn an ordeal into an adventure. With someone we can trust and hope as our perspective, we'll find adventures where we used to see crisis. God sent his son into the world with a message for us. Jesus was someone we could put our trust into. He was someone who could help us when we needed more hope than we could muster ourselves. When things go sideways on you, find your way back to Jesus. If you listen closely enough into the chaos, I wouldn't be surprised if you hear the words, "You got this," whispered over you. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear the words, "You got this," whispered over you. So the question now is, what are you facing right now where God might be whispering to you, "You got this"? Wow. Okay, so one thing I would like to say is this book does refer to the Bible. I haven't personally read the Bible myself. I've kind of been starting within this year, but that doesn't mean you know, can only refer this to Jesus. There are many other gods out there, and if people have beliefs of just the universe of our God, you know, the God of our universe, or Mother Nature is a part of our God, you know, just every day, you know, just there's just yeah, so there's a wide variety of gods out there in the world, which I know, which is why I think this book can be so good to people mentally when you have a little bit more of an open mind to it. Just saying. Now, back to the question, what are you facing right now where God might be whispering to you, you got this? I think what I'm facing right now, that he would be whispering that to me, would be just kind of me bringing up my confidence levels, and just me just bringing myself up, you know, and just like getting up, doing my makeup. Like, I haven't been doing things like my everyday life for a while now because of this quarantine, and it's been very hard and just dealing with family things, it's been super hard. So I think the family situations, that's when God is telling me, you got this, you know, we will get through this together. And I think just me and my happiness level, that is something that I know he is here and saying, I love you and you got this. You know, don't let anything bring you down to an extent to where you can't be yourself anymore. And that's especially what I've been feeling from him this week, especially. And that's why I also feel like every single day that I read this book, it always happens to be just divine timing, and it works in the way that I just needed this, and I needed that question to answer to myself, you know. And yeah, so I also want to ask you, what are you facing right now where God might be whispering to you, you got this? You know, what are your bookmarks that you guys like to use for your books? What are the crystals you guys like to have? I also didn't mention this crystal here earlier. This is an orange calcite. Yeah, this is my boyfriend's chain and stone. So I just happen to feel a little bit more attached to it today, and I thought I should wear it. But what are your favorite crystals you like to bring around when you read? What is your vibe set? Like, what do you consider a vibe for when you want to do a nice reading, or if you want to do a nice art piece? Like, what is your vibe setup? Also, how do you guys feel about today's reading? I want to kind of go back to the top of the page here. Fear and hope only have the power we give them in our lives. Fear and hope only have the power we give them in our lives. I think that's a really strong sentence. So just kind of think about that today. I hope you guys like the reading. Again, let me know. Feedback is always wonderful, so let me know how you guys like it so far. If you guys want to keep hearing from this book, or if you guys want to hear from another book within the next video. Thank you for listening and tuning in. If you guys liked it, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe. I will be doing a lot more of this, so let me know. Thanks. Love you guys.